About 2 years ago, I showed you a light bulb that I modified with solar panels and batteries so it would stay on even if the power went out or if you turned it off. Today, I'd like to show you how to make a simplified version so you can actually make one yourself. To do this, we're going to be using a very inexpensive solar-powered walkway light that I picked up for $1 and a standard energy saver bulb. Now, the original concept was to put solar panels and batteries inside the center of the light bulb, so when this turned off, a sensor would pick that up and turn itself on. This little solar powered walkway light actually has a solar panel, a sensor to detect the light, and a small LED light. For this tutorial, you will need an energy saver fluorescent light bulb, a glue gun, the solar powered walkway light, and a screwdriver or power screwdriver. You will also need wire cutters and electrical tape. To begin, make sure both the walkway light and the light bulb work together. As you can see, the solar walkway light turns off when the bulb is on, and vice versa when the light bulb is off. Now that we know that the bulb and the solar power walkway light work, we need to disassemble the walkway light. Most of them come apart really easily, and we can discard all this extra plastic. So we have the solar panel, and essentially the sensor is right underneath this glass here, and then we have the LED bulb. So we need to get the housing off of this. This one appears to have two small screws. Almost the entire housing comes out. And as you can see, you have the battery. So the idea is we're actually going to try to get all of this inside the bulb. And this is the first time I'm opening this, so we're going to have to do some modifications here. So unfortunately, we are going to have to cut a lot of the plastic off just because it doesn't dismantle on its own. For instance, the battery is not separated from the plastic at all. It's its own housing. And same thing for the solar panel. It looks like it can be pried up, but we don't want to crack the glass, the sensor, or the solar panel, so it's just easier to cut around it. Okay, so now the solar panel is separated from most of its plastic housing. As you can see, a lot of plastic that wasn't needed. Let's double test it. Looks like the light's going off when... I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that means the sensor is still working, and hopefully the solar panel is also. So instead of cutting around the battery housing, we are literally just going to tape or solder these wires directly to the battery because it's the same thing. So we should have something that looks like this before we glue it or adhere it into the center of the bulb. So now to see if this fits, may have to cut it down a little bit. Keep in mind you can't bend the glass really, there's really no give. So it's just a matter of kind of finding the best way in. Obviously the more space you have the better, and the more you cut it down the better. Okay, so got the solar panel and the bulb and the battery inside the fluorescent bulb. So now it's time to glue it in place. So this bulb will stay on when the power goes out. This bulb will stay on when you turn the lights off. So it's a nice little emergency light. The light bulb literally charges the secondary bulb. And I'm going to show you how this works, and then I'm going to show you how it works in a room. So here's a standard light fixture. I went ahead and unscrewed all the other bulbs except our solar panel backup battery light bulb. And just going to hit the light here. It still illuminates the room and I can actually see in the room. So our backup power actually works. That's how you build an emergency lighting system using solar panels and standard light bulbs. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to post them below. I do have some testing to do on this still as far as how hot this gets and if that's dangerous to the components or the battery. So if you do any testing yourself and you find you've run into any issues, please let me know. I'd love to share it with everybody or just share it with the community in general. And as always, have a great one.